G'day everyone, Goober here with a bit of an update to the special community event that will be hosted between the 19th and the 24th of June. It is a solo self-found event on the solo self-found server. I've discussed it with XD and they've agreed to let me do an additional prize. So the first 5 people to defeat Time Mark 7 Traveler, I'll have them fill out the completion form, which I'll show you in a second. And in Season SS5, approximately 1 week into the season, hopefully I have some pretty good farming strategies up by then. And as I did this season with my crafting giveaway, I will attempt to craft a very good item for 2000 flame elementium, and then we will get that item sent to each of the 5 winners. If you're on the Asia server, that is simple. I'll just mail it to you, and for the rest, I'll try and figure something out. It worked this season, so I'm pretty sure it will work next season. Just to make it as easy as possible. So, how can you sign up for this event? In the pinned comment down below will be a copy of this Google form. All you need to do is go down and select whether you are participating or not. We had someone fill this out and say they weren't participating. I'm unsure why you would do that, so I have the power to remove those entries. If you're not going to participate, please don't fill out the form. And then the next part is showing your Torchlight Infinite account ID. How do you find this, you may ask? If you go to the game, top right, go to settings. Where is it? There. So once you go to settings, go account center. And this is the screenshot right here. You can copy the account ID, and then you just paste that into the form. Going down the rest of the form, which server do you play on? This is just a bit of info for us to see where, my contestants will be playing from, and then just a couple of questions of, what sort of event would you like to see in the future? I would love to see a server-wide boss kill event, to be honest. I think that would be extremely interesting. Some better tier rewards for this style of event that we're having, or a team-up event. Or if you have another idea, please click other and let me know what sort of event you would be interested in. As you can see, we've only had 14 people sign up for this event so far, so there's 5 crafts available. There's only 14 people, so that's a pretty good odds of you being in the top 5. It'll be 15 because myself, but I'm not going to do the craft for myself, am I? So once you have completed the event, you've achieved level 60 and killed Time Mark 7 Traveler. Even if you don't kill Time Mark 7 Traveler, if you're done with the event but you've achieved level 60, that makes you eligible for the rewards. It is a community event. Hopefully 50% of the players kill Time Mark 7 Traveler, and that enables everyone to get the primos. Obviously, if you don't kill Time Mark 7 Traveler, you're not eligible for the 2000 Flame Elementium craft that I'll do for you. However, you'll still get something for your efforts. So going down the completion form, what is your Torchlight ID? That's so we can give you the Jagged Primos, and I can match it to the entry form. So if they don't match, then unfortunately you didn't register, and you probably won't get the Jagged Primos. What is your solo self-found character's name? Pretty straightforward. Was your character created during the event period? And level 60 achieved. That's so I know that you're eligible. Which server again? And during the event period, what was the date that you killed the Traveler? So just 19, 20, whatever it was. You can kill Traveler at any point during that period. and it's fine as long as you're on the solo self-found server, obviously. And finally, well, second last, but what is your Discord ID? Mine is Goober hashtag 7106. This is just so I can communicate with you once the event's finished, and roughly at the end of the first week of Season SS5, I can ask you what sort of item you would like me to craft, and we can make sure that you get the item that you desire. And finally, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, how enjoyable was this event? Personally, I'll be using this event as a chance to practice how I will be doing the season start for SS5. Alrighty, a couple of builds that have been suggested for this event. One being Bing Arrow Einhar. Pretty much dominated all of the events last season. So I'll just quickly go through the skills. Honestly, I've never played Bing, so I don't know about this character. However, you can pause on the video to copy as much as you like. All this looks like it's free. There's no activations, etc. So it should be relatively accessible. Obviously, these might not be so accessible in a short event. However, you can do a little bit of a turner once you get to time mark 7 and go through that way. So looking at the talents. If you've played Bing before, you may know what all this is. However, I don't, so I'm just clicking through it. I got this from the Pro Builds section of the game. Finally, Shadow Dancer. If you've got all this, you're probably level 80 or so. Looking at the hero traits, maybe pretty lucky to get that, but if you do some Black Sail, maybe you'll get it. Movement speed, projectile speed, a lot of movement speed. Slates you probably won't get much, but it looks like skill area is pretty important. Alright, that's a very quick overview of Bing. This was shown as a free-to-play version. Another character that I would suggest, so all I did to find that was go to Filter Builds, go to Bing, and then choose Arrow Einar in the abilities. And then I just clicked on the one with the most upvotes. So pretty easy. That one looks pretty good, but it's probably not really appropriate for a a short event. Oops. Another build that I would suggest is going to be a Yuga 2. So the novice guide actually has a lot. Start, this one may be okay. This is the combination that I would recommend. So Guck Daddy. Guck Daddy has a few. 20 trillion DPS. 5 KFE. That sounds unrealistic. However, this one's got 20 upvotes. That is not liable for this. That one may be a little bit more accessible. Pretty reasonable. Obviously, you might just go for +2 and +2 instead of +3, +3. Just go with tier 1 or tier 2 of all of these mods. Kids are arguing in the background. My son got a new game and my 3-year-old wants to play it. and I'll be back. Anywho, going through the talents. Persistent, yeah. Psychic. Bum, 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 bum. This is what I'll be going Yuga to, as I believe it's probably one of the easiest ones. Obviously, you're not going to have that. It's clearly taken his sparks out of there. Just go with erosion skill level or something to that effect. Area skill, you know, just anything in your slates, because you're just going to be killing Time Arc 7 Traveler, and obviously you're not going to have that. Reaping cooldown, recovery speed, etc., etc. Basically whatever you can get in there. Affliction effects probably your go-to in that slot. And all the gear. You can get the Corrupted Marrow super easy from the Treasure Trove, and that is one of the main. Max Terror Quantity is the bugged stat, so you want as much of that as you can possibly get. Another build that I would recommend would be... Where's my early game one? This one's pretty good, I believe. Yeah, this one's probably mostly a go-to, except for the Warden's Breastpin. If you get that during the event, GG, you win. Fiend Crown might be a little bit hard to get as well. However, the rest of the stuff is set pieces, so that's really quite simple. And it's a tier 7 and a tier 8 farmer. So even like that is not very good, and that is not very good either. So this build should be quite achievable, and if you're doing Traveler, use your DPS spirits. Don't use your drop spirits, obviously. And down the bottom, just go with minion damage, minion max life, and self-destruct if you get that. You obviously don't need all of these. For your slates, just go with minion skill level, minion damage, something like that. Spell skill level, synthetic skill level. If you get any of them, you'll be golden. Have a quick look at the hero talents. This obviously activates the other one, so you can just try out both, see which one's better without that. Looking at the talents. Pretty standard for most minion builds. Just go with all the damage, all the minion max life, and all the crit. Go with boss. You can go with burning aggression or kinetic conversion. Kinetic conversion is a lot of tank. Burning aggression is more damage. Want to steal Vanguard. This is the defensive tree. Aura effect is huge. And knowledgeable is also huge. And yep, we've gone over that. We've gone over that. And skills. Blink is very important for getting out of damage. Preparation's okay if you have extended duration and pain amplification. It kind of counters the downsides to this, so that can be up at all times. Bit of steadfast, bit of regen, and some auras. But anyway, that is 3 builds that you could easily do Time Arc 7 Traveler on. You can go with Automoto as well if you don't have this. It's just a little bit more difficult, more gear dependent than Charge Moto. I'll just think for a second to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. So yeah, the event is between the 19th and the 24th of June. It is on the solo self-found server within the game. If you've already played solo self-found, you'll have an advantage because you'll have things unlocked already. The prizes include 100 Jagged Primos, an opportunity to test out your league start, and the first 5 people to kill Time Mark 7 Traveler. I will, during season SS5, about 1 week into the season, hopefully I've got 10,000 flame elementium saved up by then, or when I have enough, I'll go through the lists, and maybe as I get 2,000, I'll go, hey buddy, it's your turn. What item would you like for me to craft? And I'll craft that item up for them. But I will make sure that I get those 5 crafts out about 1 week into the season. And yeah, so hopefully we get more people sign up now that I've explained it a little bit better. And if you miss my event, CoffeeBns is hosting one from the 25th to the 30th of June. I'm unsure which additional prizes he will be including. However, I'm sure he will have a little bit extra for people to enjoy as well. That's what I've got for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we get a pretty decent community, turnout for this event. Thanks very much. Cheers.